And we're live. Welcome everybody. What's up, Drip? How you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you? Hello.
Doing very good. This is if you guys are new here, make sure to drop a like if you're brand new. If you're not new, or if you're just hopping in every now and again, this is the pre-show. Obviously, this is what we do before the actual before the actual episode begins. This is just the pre-show. Obviously, we do, like I said, we do this live, so people are trickling in right now. So if you are interested in watching the actual podcast itself, make sure to scrub a little bit. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure to scrub a little bit in the future. Obviously, that's when the podcast will begin. If you want to enjoy the pre-show, where Drip and I talk about nonsense for 15 minutes, and feel free. We're going to do that too. We have a very, very exciting episode tonight. We do.
I'm so excited.
Is the most, I think, I can honestly say this is the most packed episode we're ever going to do that's not a direct video, a direct podcast.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, sort of. There's just a lot to talk about. I mean, this movie thing is, for me, massive. This is massive. Like, this is it, dude.
Yeah,
this is it.
This is it.
That's all I care about right now. I've got oh my gosh, just wait till you hear. I got all the actors for everybody picked out, man. It's great. It's gonna be good.
I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Anybody in the chat, say what's up, how you doing? Appreciate you guys being here for the live recording. If you guys miss any of this live stream throughout the night, just don't forget, we re-upload this as an archive on YouTube. And also, as always, tomorrow morning, this episode will be available to download on any podcast app that you choose to listen on. I recommend that. It's a very fun way. I love podcasts. I binge podcasts throughout the day. So make sure to hit those places up as well. What is up, Wallball? Nuge, what's up?
And don't forget, you can become a member of this channel.
You can
get an extra podcast every month, Geeb.
That's right.
Every single month.
I'm gonna guess this month's podcast is going to be all about the Zelda movie again. I'm guessing.
Probably. I don't think we're gonna cover it all now.
We're gonna try to cover a lot of it now, but we're probably gonna miss a lot. So we're gonna probably cover the rest of it in the members pod. Yeah. And again, the members pods happen at the end of the last Friday of every month. So this month's members pod will be, actually looks like it'll be the 24th, because the next week will be the Friday. The next Friday after that will be the 1st of December, which actually we could probably do that. Probably could do that. And also, we got to figure out what we're doing for the December members pod, because maybe we'll just do the 22nd.
Yes, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We have lots of time.
But if you guys become a member, you'll find out when those happen. And yeah, we got lots of good episodes, lots of good content. Private for members only. We appreciate you guys that are members. How we doing that one, girl? What's up? Hype in the chat. Hello. Hype in the chat for the Zelda movie. Can't believe it finally was announced that something was happening. Super exciting for that. We'll get to all that good stuff in the episode.
Dude, especially the way they did it.
Yeah,
it's so random.
just a random.
So random. I'm happy about it, but I was like, what the?
Talk about the lack of pomp and circumstance. Just to pop a tweet. They could have did something so cool, but they didn't. They just dropped the tweet.
Yeah, sorry. I'm reading our set list here, so
All good. Yeah, speaking of our set list, I'll just go ahead and mention some of the things that we're going to be talking about tonight for everybody who is
Zelda!
Watching at home.
Fucking Zelda!
Lots of Zelda, obviously. That'll be the finale of the episode. We'll be talking about actually game sales. We're going to start off with a little bit. There's some interesting developments in game sales. Zelda, Mario, even Pikmin. We're going to talk about tonight.
Nobody cares. Zelda movie.
Very quick, we're going to go over that because, again, it happened this week.
Yeah, Power Mad. I was going to wait. Make the announcement tonight, but yes, I am playing Link.
And I'm Geeb.
It's going to be a surprise.
And I'm Ganondorf.
I thought they cast you as Daruk. What happened to that?
Redanya. That's the only word I can say. Redanya.
Oh, boy.
Already pissed from the thumbnail. Mrs. Geeb does not, and I repeat, does not want Tom Holland, and I don't know why.
We'll get there. I have everybody cast, the main ones and some funny ones. I got Beetle cast. I got Tingle Cast.
Why do we? Is there no
Zelda.
Beetle amiibo? I feel like that should be a thing for us Zelda fans. You know? Come on.
A Beetle amiibo?
Yeah, come on. He's in every Zelda game.
Yeah, Power Mad spoiled the announcement. Okay, yeah, we're not doing Beer of the Week in the episode. I got this for Beer of the Week, but we're not gonna have time. We're gonna have way too much to talk about. We're trying to keep it at a decent time. It's just so weird I had to pick it up. It's Dunkin' spiked, slightly sweet iced tea with a twist of lemon.
Interesting. Very nice. Not a beer at all, right? It's not alcohol. It's just a tea.
No, it is alcohol.
Wait. Dunkin' makes an alcoholic beverage?
Spiked. That's what I'm saying. I saw it. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
God,
okay.
everybody, man. Dude, everybody. Longest name ever, yes.
Yeah.
Dunkin' spiked, slightly sweet, iced tea with a twist of lemon.
The Jersey
Rubik
Podcast does
tea.
not run on Dunkin'. We are not sponsored by Dunkin'. However, this episode is sponsored by Binbok. We'll get to our sponsor later on the episode, obviously. Of course, as always. Make sure to check those links down below, guys. Got links to everything.
Fucking fire.
Got links.
Holy shit, that's really good.
Got links to the podcast, audio platform. We got links to our Twitch. We got links to everything on there. And our
It is quite wordy.
Sponsor. It is.
Wordy it is.
Wordy.
Catchy, I don't know about. Wordy, that's for sure. It's good though.
Not a sponsor.
Dunkin', not a sponsor, but you can be if you want to be.
I mean, sure. Why not?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes, links. Yes, all the links are in the chat down or in the description. Link loves the description, man. He is always in the description for like everything.
Is always. Every one of them.
Hit up Dunkin'. Dunkin's not gonna sponsor us.
They're not. Dude, I still just want the Busch Light sponsor. That's all I want.
Drinking some wine. Hell yeah, Wallball. Enjoy your fancy beverage. We got 8 likes right now. You guys are awesome. Can we get to 10 likes tonight? That would be spectacular. We could do that. And once we get to 10, I'll ask for 15. That's, you know how it goes. We've done this enough.
Yes. We know how this works. Yeah.
I love playing that game pretending like I don't do it every time because there's always new people. And I'm not talking to the people who are always here. You got like Wallball, Abby, Nuge, Power Mad. I don't need to tell you
You're
guys
like an
to like
auctioneer, man.
You
hey,
guys,
we got 8 likes. Gonna get 8 likes. Gonna get a 9. Gonna get a 9.
You guys always like the stream.
Gonna get a 10. Gonna get a 10 down here. Got a 10 down here in the front. Gonna get an 11. Gonna get 11 likes over here. Gonna get 11 likes. 11 in the back. 11 in the back. Gonna get 12 over here. It's you.
Yeah, it is. It's for the new people who hop in always who are like, I'm enjoying this and watching, but I didn't like yet. And I have to like, hey, dum-dums. Excuse me. You're not dum-dums.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You're not dum-dums. I'm mean. I guess
wow.
I'm very... Feel free to unlike everyone. Just unlike...
Yeah, take your likes back.
Take
it's
your likes
fine.
Back. No, you can't. You can't, that one girl. You can't do that.
Can we clip that? No, you'd have to.
It's not,
you
not
can
Twitch.
rewind it and then record it on your phone.
We should start.
And then,
we should start
and then we could use it.
We should start multicasting on Twitch. We really should.
Yeah, I know. At this point now, yeah, we definitely should.
Yeah. Thanks for. We got 10 likes already. Look at that. Amazing. Thank guys. I will not ask for 15.
Lies.
I will not ask for 15. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna ask.
You will. I mean, I'm not going to either.
I'm not canceled. Get out of here. You cancel Ms. G. Banned. You need, Abby, you need to change your.
Fucking excited to talk about this Zelda movie.
Abby, you need to change your YouTube name to Mrs. G. I feel weird calling you Abby. It's weird. But like 50 likes though. Yeah, I'll keep asking every increment of 5. I'll keep asking till we get to a billion.
Hey, we got 11. Got 11. Gotta get a 12. Gotta get a 12 right
I'm
here.
I'm gonna have no voice
right here.
by the end of the episode. I usually stop by 20. I usually stop when we get to 28. Is when
no, it's fine. Stop. Listen, yeah, everybody in here, happy you're here. It's gonna be a good episode. I'm really, really, really excited to talk about.
Wait, your name's not Mrs. G? Oh my God, this is like I proposed to Mrs. G. This is so weird. She's finally revealing her name is not Mrs. G. This is crazy. It's crazy.
That has to feel a little weird for you, considering like you.
I'm gonna put a ring on it.
I'm sorry. Hey, you got those amiibos? You got them to show off? You got them?
I can. You want me to go grab them?
Well, I mean, just quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
You can't rush the process, Drip. Trust the process. Oh, look at him. I'm gonna give him some more light here.
Yeah, that one's sick, man. That one is sick.
Ganondorf. Oh,
What a stance.
he's what a stance, what a sword, what muscles. Noted that his arm is not opposable, even though it very much looks like it is. When you're looking at it, it looks like
Well, of course it's not.
Well,
It's
but
an
it looks
amiibo.
like
They're not
it
posable.
looks like it's posable. It just has incredible muscle definition. But Zelda, this is the one I was really excited for. She is just a goddess, no pun intended. I mean, she is just perfect. Everything
Yeah,
about
that is
her
good.
perfect. She
The
is so
broken
beautiful.
master sword, or is it fixed? I can't tell.
No, it's the whatever you call
mended
that.
master
Mended.
sword.
Yeah. The
Love
mended, and you can move it. You know, not supposed to, but you can move the master sword. You can take it out of her hands. Be like, no, you can't hold that.
Yeah, you should stop doing that. It's gonna break it.
Nah, it's fine.
Please don't break
They're
it.
resilient. I'm gonna put them back now.
That's cool though. I'm glad you got him. I'm glad you got him picked up. I am gonna go look tomorrow and try to pick some up, and if I can find them, we're gonna give them away to you guys.
Yeah, sorry, these are mine. You guys can't have them.
Yeah, those are G's. But if I can find them tomorrow, we're gonna give them away. It's on my list. I'm making a list. Made a list today.
Making a list. You're checking
4 things
it
on the
twice.
list. 4
You're gonna
things.
see
I
if the
did all
listeners
4.
are naughty or nice. Drippin' Jeep listeners are cool. Hey, Mrs. Jeep, you're listening. I could you bring me a little bit of water so I can. This glass is not big enough, but it's Zelda. I wanted to use it. So can you bring me like a little glass of water? I could pour water into this throughout the episode. I love you. Thank you. Thanks. AV, good to see your name in here.
up?
AV, how you doing, man? Welcome in. We got Sat. I'm gonna try very hard. Satoru Cursed. Satoru. I'm gonna call you Satori. What's up, Satori? How you doing, man? I get Ganon tomorrow. Hell
I
yeah!
think you did okay.
I picked up Ganon and Zelda at the Best Buy today. Mrs. Jeeb, my lovely fiance, for my birthday, gave me
Yes,
the
very
lovely
cool.
gift of
Very cool.
amiibos.
Gotta love them, man. I have a bunch of them here, and I don't know, man. I like them, but then at the same time, it's like, you're not big enough and cool enough for me to really display. I need something big. Like,
I mean, if you had, I disagree. I think those amiibos are made. Hey, thank you.
look at that. How nice. How nice.
I feel like you could have just brought me the top with this. I feel weird now. It's gonna like spill.
Dump it into the Zelda one, man.
She's like, well, be careful.
Over top of your keyboard.
Yeah, dude.
Have some courage.
When I lived with my sister, her cat knocked over like a big glass of water all over my keyboard here, and it survived.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it. This is the most resilient keyboard I've ever had. I don't take care of this thing. There's dust in there. It's
Yeah, mine's really bad
disgusting.
too.
But
Especially from us sitting here yelling at each other. I've got spit all over mine. It's just like, you could just see the
Yeah.
little droplets all over.
Yeah.
It's kind of nasty.
If
kinda
Corsair
nasty.
if Corsair wants to sponsor the podcast, I will allow it because
I got a
love their
Logitech
stuff.
over here.
I got Corsair mouse too. It's very there we go. Very
I mean, you're fancy,
resilient.
man. What can I
Now the
say?
only thing is I bought these when Wired was still still a popular.
Yeah.
No, you can't. It's too late. Too late. Bye. See ya. We'll see you in the after. Mrs. Jeep's gonna join us in the after. Make sure to stay for the whole episode, guys, because Mrs. Jeep's gonna join us in the after show and talk
Yes.
about Zelda stuff. That'll
Yes.
be good. I'm gonna pour some of this in.
I love that. We're going to have a full show of Zelda stuff and then a full after show of Zelda stuff.
Oh yeah,
This
it's
is
gonna be a
it.
long after show. I feel like talking about Zelda, so we should
It
get this
is.
undergoing then, huh?
We
Get this
can?
going.
No, we're going to get it undergoing.
Undergoing. I'm an idiot.
It's fine.
My
You were
disability
close.
is English. What's your disability?
Just go down the list. I'm good with it, man. If you want to start, we can.
I
mean,
will start. Before we start, I'm gonna do one more time here before we start. If you guys aren't already a member, please become a member. We really appreciate the guys.
We really do
and
appreciate it.
gals
Helps
and,
us out a
and
ton.
non-binary folk who become members. We appreciate you guys. Make sure to again, links are all down below. Link, hiya, is it down below?
Yeah.
Make sure to click on him and join the membership, the Triple G Dream Team. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Extra podcast content. You get extra podcasts every month. It's live as well. A live personal stream for all you guys, and that content stays right there for members. So you make sure to join that. We appreciate that. Also, check out the link to our sponsor down below. Again, there's the money stuff out of the way. We'll get to the actual episode. Hooray. Capitalism.
Hey. We got a sponsor, too.
Turn that music off.
No. Where's it at? There it is. My bad,
All right, one thing before we start. Actually, hold on. Un momento. We got to turn off my dehumidifier. I forgot that was running. It's running. Got to go catch it.
Oh, man.
I'm hilarious. Okay. This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Geeb Productions. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now, Drip?
It happened.
Dude, are you kidding me? You did it during the middle of the intro.
Am I not going to say it?
Yes, you're not going to say it. We're doing the intro.
Oh, my bad. I
Look
didn't
what
know.
you've done.
I can't hear it. I can never hear it. I never know what's happening. So
we got to do it again, guys. This has been a while since we had to redo one, and it's Drip's fault this time.
That doesn't happen that often either.
Yes,
so
it does.
It's fine.
It happens more. Shut up. Shh. This podcast was brought to you by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip G Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also become a member of this podcast and get extra podcast content every single month. Make sure to click the link down below in whatever feed you're watching this on or listening and get that membership. We appreciate you guys. Drip. We have an insane episode. We have insane freaking news. We had a random tweet from not Furukawa, I keep saying that, from the guy who's Nintendo guy, and he had said that the Zelda movie is real. They've been working on it for years, and it's happening. We don't know when, we don't know who, we don't know what, how, why, whatever, but we are going to speculate all that stuff in this episode. That's going to be super fun. But before
I got it all.
Before we get to that portion of the episode, Drip, how you doing, man? What's up?
I'm good, man. It's been a great week. We're getting a Zelda movie, dude. I am stupidly excited about that. As soon as I saw that I lost it, man. I was like, oh my God, is it real? And then I was like, it was on Twitter, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just be honest. There's been several times stuff like that has popped up on Twitter, and I'm like, oh, look at this thing, Oh, it's a fake account.
Yep.
So I was like, it's a fake account. It's got to be a fake account. This is so weird. This is so weird. It's not. It was real.
Yeah.
But I was super excited. I don't know. It's been a good week. Got a video out today. Got some other stuff done. It's been great. Going to see the Marvels tomorrow. Going to watch some reviews after the podcast. I guess after Fortnite too, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it's not looking like it has very good reviews. But I mean, other than that, it's good. How about you? How's your week?
Doing
How are
good.
You doing?
I'm looking here. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just looking at my phone. I'm trying to find the messages you sent me when the Zelda movie dropped. I'm trying because I remember you said something funny. I thought. I don't even remember. I can't find the episodes, but you were to say the least. You were happy about this announcement.
Yeah, of course I was.
So that was great. I'm doing good as well. Week has been fine. I've been actually playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. I almost made a mistake again. Tears of the Kingdom. I've been enjoying that for my evenings instead of watching YouTube, which is what I usually do. I've been playing lots of Tears of the Kingdom and enjoying that, getting immersed in that. I'm still only 53% finished with the game. All the stuff I've done, like it just doesn't end. The game, it doesn't end.
Keeps going. I don't even know where I'm at. I have no idea. I need to jump back in, but I feel bad jumping back into that. I got to finish Mario, but then I also got to finish Spider-Man.
I pace myself with all that stuff. Mario's going to happen as we go. I did play some Mario as well the past few days, but
Spider-Man's story's getting done next week. It's happening. I got to.
Probably could finish it. I mean, if it's I'm
about halfway through.
We'll talk about that off stream.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through. I need to get on that and Mario.
For sure. Drip, there's just too much. There's just too much to go over. I think to start, we're going to briefly touch on a couple things here before we get going on the Zelda movie conversation, because obviously that's going to take a bulk of the time right now. But I do want to bring up a little factoid here. We have some announcements here from. I don't know who posted this information. Obviously, it must be from Nintendo themselves.
It is from Nintendo. Yes, they had a investors meeting or one of those things.
Yes.
Reports, their financial reports they do.
Yes,
quarterly.
So I do have a screenshot from Spawnwave's video earlier this week. Shout out to Spawnwave. And it shows a list of games here that. So a bunch of first-party Nintendo games, and I'm gonna highlight a couple interesting things that I found. First, Breath of the Wild is still going. By the way, it's still selling. This is of what's it, Q2 or Q3? I don't know. The last quarter of the business quarter for Nintendo. This is what these numbers come from.
It would have been 3 for them. We're in the 4th for them now.
Okay, so Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart,
2?
Animal
No,
Crossing.
this is from 2, right?
Who cares? That's not the point. The last quarter.
The last one ends in March.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, Smash, they're all still selling a ton. Not on this list that you guys are looking at. If you're not looking at it, check the YouTube if you're listening. For detailed information, is the Switch console sales is also going up in places around the world as well. So it just,
I did hear
the
that.
Switch is just it's the 6th year, but the stuff is still freaking selling.
That's wild.
Man.
I mean, we know why.
Yes.
They dropped a system seller this summer. I mean, yes, obviously. And then they dropped a system that goes with the system seller.
Yeah.
It's hard not, but I mean, I'm sure it's not just that one. I'm sure it's every Switch. But I mean, how many Tears of the Kingdom copies are we at this point?
So 19.5, and that's up only about almost 1 million from the last update we had, which is about around 18, if you remember correctly. That was like 3 weeks after the game came out. So between that time and now, it's been a few months. It's had less than 1 million sales, which is
kind of
low.
weird.
But here's the explanation I've heard on the internet as well as my own kind of conjecture. I think that's just because everyone who bought the game after it came out bought the freaking game. Not like that's why the sales were so insanely high to begin with.
Yeah.
Everybody who was interested bought the freaking game, and the few that didn't, those are the numbers we're seeing now. They're finally getting on the bandwagon, checking out the game. So
maybe they're just now finishing Breath of the Wild. And they're like, okay, now I'm gonna, they were on the hype, but they were like, I didn't play Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
I got to finish Breath of the Wild. Then
and that is where a lot of because Breath of the Wild sold more basically. I think it sold just almost the same, comparable. So I think that's a lot to do with people are just interested in Zelda right now.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Getting into Breath of the Wild first, and then to Tears of the Kingdom. But a future episode to keep in mind, dripping the listeners, we'll be talking about Tears of the Kingdom and game sales. That'll be an episode in the future for sure.
We do have to go back to that. We said we were going to go back to that at some point.
Yeah, and it will happen for sure. Probably maybe not this season. Maybe for next season after the new year. We'll get to that. But we'll see.
I'd like to honestly wait to get back on that after holiday.
Right.
And see what the holiday sales. See where they're at after that. That's going to be interesting.
That's going to have to happen around March or something, whenever they release the next.
It'll be, the next one should be what? Late January, early February? Because that's their third one, or their fourth quarter starts in January. Yeah. And goes through March 31st, correct?
Sure. I don't know.
I think that's right. So, yeah, we would get another report in January or early February. So we can do it then. But, yeah. Yeah, that's all very interesting. It's all very interesting stuff.
Something that wasn't on that list strip is Mario Wonder, 4.5 million sales in the first 2 weeks. That's a record for Super Mario titles.
That is wild to me. I feel like that's low. Like when we see, I mean, it's not. I guess.
Overarching?
But when we're looking at the numbers of like Tears of the Kingdom, it sold what?
Well, it was
10 million copies in the first 3 days.
Historic, man. Pokemon and Tears of the Kingdom were historic. You don't get historic stuff.
I know.
Every game,
but that's just,
even with popular franchises like Mario.
It's Mario. They just had a movie.
Yeah, but you don't. It's historic events only happen once. I don't want to say lifetime, but they happen very sparsely. And in this particular case, we had two very close back to back. That's kind of skewed everything. Pokemon and Tears of the Kingdom. That's just goes to show how amazing those two releases were. And for the sake of this episode, Tears of the Kingdom, how amazing that was for everybody involved. What an amazing time that was and continues to be. And then Pikmin as well. Just a quick shout out to Pikmin. I think it's on its way or already there to be the best selling Pikmin.
I do believe it already is.
So Pikmin 4, it's just Nintendo is absolutely killing it right now, which is crazy because the console is so
year
old.
6.
And
year 6.
Console is so old at this point, especially for a handheld console. It's just ancient. But it's a hybrid, so it's weird. But which makes me want to speculate for I don't know 5 years in a row that there's a new Switch coming, and apparently Nintendo wants to tell you in year 6 of the Switch that they're inaccurate reports. The last the reports that are going out there are inaccurate, which actually I want to hear your thoughts about this, Drip. Obviously, I'm referring to this recent what was the thing that was translated recently? Just a investors thing or what? Or an interview?
It's all from the same. All this comes from the same thing.
Okay.
Everybody was asking, hey, what's up with the Switch 2, this and that, all the rumor. They directly asked them about the rumors, and they said they were inaccurate.
Right.
Whatever the stuff online was inaccurate, but I mean, I call absolute bullshit on that. Absolute bullshit. I would say a lot of it's probably very accurate. There's probably a few little things that people are talking about right now that are off. Maybe not quite exactly what's going on, so they can just call it inaccurate, and they can just. But I mean, this is the same company that said there's no new hardware, and like the next day, 2 days later, we got the new 3DS, whatever it is, 3DS XL, whatever. I mean, same company who said that. So, I don't believe Nintendo when they say anything anyway.
That's a fun quote.
I don't technically believe that this movie's actually happening yet. I haven't seen anything.
That's true, but they did acknowledge it, which is enough for me to go off and say it's definitely happening.
Yeah, I know it's happening. I know. But I don't know. The Switch 2 thing.
Quote of the year for you right there.
It's happening,
I don't actually believe anything Nintendo says.
Yeah, quote me on that. I don't believe a damn thing they say. I don't know. We've seen them do this before. That doesn't surprise me that they do it again. And a lot of times what they say is we're just not ready to talk about things like that. Or they find something like this where they can say, oh, that's inaccurate. It doesn't mean they're saying that's not true. They're just saying, that is inaccurate information.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
The news outlets and everybody and a lot of people on the internet are taking this as an outright denial, which is, that's what's going to get the clicks. But in terms of what actually is happening, he said, quote, inaccurate, which can mean simply that the information that was regarding these quotes that he was asked about was inaccurate. So it could be the smallest of details he's saying inaccurate. He's not necessarily lying. I actually don't think he's lying at all. I think there is probably something that was reported.
No, there's truth in there, yeah.
Yeah, there's something that was probably reported that was inaccurate, but there's a lot that's truthful. That he just
the Breath of the Wild 60 frames per second 4K thing had no loading screens, but it actually did have like a 1 second loading screen. So that's totally inaccurate. That's inaccurate. Right. It could be anything like that. Like something so small, it doesn't matter. To think that we're not getting this, coming up on the 7th birthday of the Switch.
Yeah.
It's coming next year. Whatever, it doesn't matter what they say at this point. They can lie all they want. They're not gonna cannibalize their own holiday sales, especially right now when we're just getting into the holiday season and you see all those other the new consoles that they're putting out. We've got the Mario Red ones out now. They're re-releasing the Smash Brothers one as an OLED, which is sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I really want to buy that.
It does.
Tell me I
want those Joy-Cons so bad.
I want those Joy-Cons. I know. And I'm like, you don't need that. You do not need that.
I feel
anyway. We'll see what happens.
And again, before we get to Zelda here, there's one more little thing I want to touch on is that I don't remember who it was. I apologize to the creator who posted this video months back, but they kind of sleuth a little bit around and found that Nintendo is kind of using the Super Famicom button layout, mainly the colors for
we saw it on
Paper Mario 1000
Year Door first,
and then I think there was something else too, but I can't recall what that was either. But we now see more evidence that this could be true. That there is some credibility to the Super Nintendo Switch being the actual name and a throwback to the Famicom version, where we have now I wrote this down. I don't know how accurate it's going to be, but Falcom Store page for the Kuro Switch game in that screenshot. I'm not showing anything on screen, but just take me for the word here. It's on the internet. You can look it up.
Taking you for the word.
There's A was red and then the B was yellow. Maybe I reversed those. I think I reversed those. But whatever.
they're colors. That's the weird
colors,
thing.
right? We're seeing colors on buttons again for Switch titles.
We haven't seen colors on buttons since what?
Not just colors,
GameCube?
but the specific Super Famicom color scheme. It's now,
which would have been the same
we
ones
saw
for GameCube.
a first party
correct?
title with Thousand Year Door, and now we're seeing it again with third party stuff for Switch. It's little signs that maybe we're gonna see this the next system have.
It's the same
colors.
color. The same colored stuff was GameCube, right? Or no. A was green.
Different for GameCube. GameCube was green and red for A and B, and the other two were was gray. This is Super Famicom specifically. This is
okay. The colored buttons. That is a strange thing. If it's called the Super Switch, I am so down with that.
Yeah, and the creator that I can't remember their name, unfortunately. They pointed out months ago when they found this information, or when they kind of saw the connection, that it's not just like, oh well, maybe it was in the game before and that it's just a remaster, maybe they did something to it. It's too specific, and now we're seeing it in too many places to be just a coincidence. It's still possible it's a coincidence, but I don't know. I think the Super Nintendo Switch is absolutely the name for this thing, which makes me over the moon. I cannot wait to purchase the Super Nintendo Switch. I mean, how freaking cool is that going to be?
I hope. I mean, that's awesome. I don't know how I feel about the colored buttons. Don't know how I feel about that.
I think it's good because I don't like the new trend in gaming where the buttons, you can even look at anything, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. Xbox still does it somewhat, but not every controller. I just don't like the monotone button scheme. For a couple reasons. One, what if you're you can't see very well. If you're somebody like that, you still can play games, still enjoy them, but you have bad vision. Like
the big thing is
you have to remember
who
location.
Can't read, who don't know letters.
I was getting there too. You're right. Children.
Yeah.
The colors make more sense.
Like I'm pretty sure that's how my youngest, when she started playing the Switch, learned what an A and a B and an X and a Y looked like.
Right.
You're like, which one's the B? That one right there.
Learn that.
Okay. But she knows. I mean, obviously she knows now. She's older now, but still, then it was, I think that's how she learned, to be honest. But yeah, it would be a lot easier if they were just colors, especially for a Nintendo system. It makes sense. It does make sense. I'm not hating on it that much. I don't like the way it looks, though. I don't like the fact that Xbox controllers have the different colors. I just don't like the way it looks.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe they'll have an option where you don't have to worry about that.
Small detail.
Maybe it'll be like the
button caps or something like that if you really hate it,
like the red and blue Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll be whatever version. It doesn't have to be red and blue. I'm saying like they'll have a version with the colored buttons and then a version that's not colored buttons.
Yeah, kind of like we had the neon colors and the gray color for Joy-Cons. We could have
kind of like that, but maybe more.
But if it is like system-wide UI stuff, it's unlikely that it won't. The first-party stuff won't be colored. I think the first-party stuff probably was colored, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there.
We will.
Drip, today's episode is sponsored by Binbok. Drip, Nintendo first-party accessories are really high quality. You and I both know that. But they can be expensive, and they definitely lack some certain features that other controllers offer out there. That's where Binbok can help you out. Binbok makes Joy-Con and Pro Controller alternatives with features that you want for an affordable price. And I know, Drip, that you've been working with Binbok for quite a while now. You've even had some input in some of their products and feedback. So tell us a little bit about that, Drip.
Yeah, this one especially. This is one they've been working on for a while. It's their I believe it's called, is it the Ultra Pro Controller? I'm pretty sure that's what this is called.
It is the BINBOKPLAY Ultra Pro Controller.
It's awesome. It is awesome. It is one of the coolest it's one of the coolest controllers you can get for the Switch, for sure. Trying to turn it on so you can see the LEDs there. It looks great. It's got every single feature, mostly that a Pro Controller has and more. The buttons, honestly, they're better. The D-pad, better. It's got programmable buttons on the back. It's got programmable buttons on the top that are like mouse buttons. So if you're playing a first-person shooter and you want to change the big long push of the trigger to something that's a little bit more of a click, you can do that very easily. It's got its own motion control. So even if the game doesn't have motion control, this controller has motion control. You can make any game have motion control. It's crazy. And the best part about this one is you would think a controller like that with all those things would be very expensive. $70, $80. It's $55.
Yeah.
It's really affordable. It's got rubber grips. I mean, it's built like a tank. It's a wonderful controller. It's got its own battery pack. it actually also takes battery packs that that the Xbox controllers use too.
Right.
So if you have any of those,
really
you got
handy.
extra batteries for it.
For sure. Guys, you can find the BINBOKPLAY Ultra Pro Controller with the links down below. Make sure to check those links no matter what you're watching or listening to this podcast on. You can also find more products from Binbok at their store down below at binbok.com. That is BINBOK.com. And thanks to Binbok for sponsoring this episode. Drip. Too much exciting stuff. I don't know where to begin, even though I have it all very eloquently written down in detail because I'm a nut. We have finally gotten a Zelda movie confirmation, but I actually have a bit of audio that came out from this announcement. I don't think anybody has heard this audio yet. I might be breaking news right now. We're gonna see here in a second, but here's
You showed me this earlier.
shh, it's serious. Here's this audio breaking news, everybody. Here's the audio from Nintendo.
This is Miyamoto. I've been working on the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda for many years now, with Avi Arad-san, who has produced many mega-hit films. This is Miyamoto. I've been working on the live-action film of The Legend of Zelda for many years now, with Avi Arad-san, who has produced many mega-hit films.
Yes, breaking news. Miyamoto on Twitter announces this announcement that what he said. But no,
That was funny because that's exactly what the tweet looked like. It looked like he was running. I'm going to tell everybody. I'm going to tell them all. And I'm going to tell them all. And people were chasing. That's what it seemed like. It was such a weird. Everything about that announcement last night was so weird. Like I said earlier in the show, I thought it was fake.
Yeah,
it was such a weird thing because it was like Nintendo of Japan. They did it first, and then it was in Japanese, but then Nintendo of America kind of retweeted it, but I don't know. I don't understand social media. I don't know how it works, but I was very confused about what was going on because there was a lot of people talking about things. All of them said Nintendo. And I'm like, which one is this? What are they talking about? Is this real? Because as I said before, I've been I've been fooled. I've been fooled before. So
you know who does understand social media is John Cartwright. Make sure you guys go follow John at John Coms. His socials right, or not right there. It's on screen. But make sure to follow John Cartwright, formerly of Nintendo Life, currently of Good Vibes Gaming. That was hilarious. I had to share that.
That is very funny. That is very funny.
Shout out to John. So again, too much to go over tonight. But yeah, we got that weird tweet. We got man, I'm so scatterbrained because there's so much to talk about.
We got info in the tweet.
We got info. So we do know who the director and the producer is, and we know that Sony Pictures is involved, which is crazy because Sony, obviously, in their games division, runs PS5, PlayStation stuff going on over there. So that's weird that a kind of competitor of Nintendo is working with them. We know that Nintendo is over 50% funding for the project, so Nintendo is highly invested in this. And obviously, I don't think we said yet, it's live action, not with Illuminations, not animated, live action.
Real people.
Zelda, real people.
But that's what we wanted. That is what we wanted.
That's what I wanted,
said,
for sure.
I said I would be okay with an Illumination version of Zelda. I'd be fine with it because I figured that's what we're going to get. And I think another thing to talk about here too is what's very strange.
If it was on the betting stuff, I would have put money on Illuminations for sure.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, because I think that's why I said I'd be okay with it because I'm just kind of like settling into the fact that that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And not only did it not go with a Universal company to do this, they went with Sony, which is a whole nother thing, which is why, and I know there's like PlayStation, Nintendo, that's, we're talking about movies here. This is a completely different area. It's Sony Pictures, which is honestly, it's good and bad. I want to talk about the actors in a little bit, but right now, Sony Pictures is involved. That's great. Okay. That's great. They're going to be doing the worldwide distribution. Before we talk about the producer, I want to talk about the director. The director is Wes Ball.
Wes Ball.
Now, mixed bag here. So some of this stuff I haven't seen, but I know a lot of people really like the Maze Runner stuff.
Okay.
I have not seen any of it, but I hear that it's good. Something I'm very interested in. Very, very, very interested in. Let me get to his IMDb here real quick. Yeah, Maze Runner's his thing. There's a few of those. The thing he's working on right now, if I'm not mistaken, I can't find it here, but the new Planet of the Apes movie that's coming out
Okay.
next year or later this year. I can't remember. They just dropped the first trailer for it like this week or last week. Yeah, last week.
How do you think he fits with Zelda? Do you think he's going to be able to proceed to see the image and let it, obviously Nintendo's going to have heavy input, but do you think he's going to be able to I wouldn't say produce, he's not the producer, but for all intents and purposes produce this product, direct this product into success?
I mean, I think he's going to be fine. I mean, that's the thing. Like all his stuff it's a very mixed bag. It's a very, very mixed bag. I mean, you got I just don't know. He does a lot of Star Trek stuff. He's done a lot of Star Trek stuff. All the other Star Trek movies.
Star Trek, my favorite series, Star Trek.
Like the 2009, he was involved. I don't think he was the director.
Is that a Star Train movie? Star Trek?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. Either way.
Oh no!
Yeah, this guy, I don't know. He's a question mark. He's a question mark. I'm interested.
But there's a lot of stuff that he's done that is really good. No, dropping a lot of Marvel stuff he's been a part of.
No, not this guy.
This is not this guy. Okay,
the producer.
That's the producer.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We'll get there.
Well, was there
this
not
guy's
good
a question
stuff?
mark.
Ball had some good stuff. I thought.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff. I'm looking at his IMDb right now.
Here's the coolest thing about
awards. What awards has he won? Let's check this out.
You look at that, but I'm going to say this about Ball. I do know that about 13 years ago, our guy Ball, he trying to find the article here for myself. He actually made a tweet and said he could never hope to have a chance to direct a Zelda movie. 13 years ago, he made this tweet. I'm sure it's still up in his feed. But so he's to put some context, this is our time of Avatar and all that success. And he had said, quote, "Since I could never even hope to have a chance to direct it," meaning the Zelda movie, "the next big mocap Avatar-like movie," or not it, let me restart.
You're talking about
the
Avatar is
not
what
Avatar,
he is. Yes.
Yeah. Since I could never hope to have a chance to direct it, the next big mocap Avatar-like movie should be The Legend of Zelda. This was January 29th, 2010. So I think it's really fitting. Obviously, this guy's a big Zelda fan. If he's saying that's a big in 2010, thing. He has to be.
That makes me feel better.
I bet that was a big need for Nintendo. That the guy who is directing the thing on set would have to be a Zelda fan to see the vision.
To get it, yeah, he gets it. That's
so
a big thing.
I think
he gets it.
Throw his IMDb out the window. If he's a good professional, it's clearly he must be, and if he loves Zelda, so I think he's gonna do us well. That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes comes out like next year sometime. So we're going to see what he's got. He's directing that. So
yeah,
we're going to see what he's got. And I mean, that seems to be something that's going to be pretty interesting. Now, the producer, that's the one where I need to look a little bit more into it. And I forget his name and I don't have it pulled up. Can you remind me of his name?
I don't know his name. Anywhere. I've lost his name. I couldn't pronounce it when I saw it. I forget how to spell it. I just knew it was A. His initials were AA. Couldn't tell you. But let's just talk about some of the things the producer has done. I know that he, like I mentioned before incorrectly, the producer has done marvelous stuff.
In the chat right there. Avi
Arad. Avi Arad.
Okay. Some of this stuff is like, dude, he was involved in like the Spider-Verse movies, which I love. He was involved in some of the old Spider-Man movies too. Some of the old Marvel movies. What, Iron Man 1, I think?
Like one of my favorite movies of all time is that movie. Within context. Like, I love that movie.
It's good. Hang on.
We have no time to hang. We're doing a podcast live.
No, we're good. We're fine. Don't worry about it. This is fine. I thought I had this pulled up and I don't, but here we go. I got him now. All right. Now,
please don't leave.
This is what I wanted to see.
This is not my fault.
Right.
This is
some
fault.
of the stuff he's been involved with, a ton. But there's one in particular, and I kind of want to. God, there's so many. Into the Spider-Verse.
Spit it out, Drip.
Venom. Into the Spider-Verse. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Morbius. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Amazing. Legend of Zelda, they've already got on there. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah. I like that. I know a lot of people didn't. Amazing Spider-Man. Those are the Andrew Garfield ones.
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk, not great. Iron Man, that's good. Spider-Man 3, not his fault. Definitely not his fault. Spider-Man 2, like the Spider-Man 2, one of the best Spider-Man movie ever. There's a lot of bad ones, though. There's a lot of bad ones. I mean, he was involved in the Blade movies, too. Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home as well. But there's one. Those three are important. Those three are important. This guy's a mixed bag, too, because we're going to move on. Those are important, and there's one more that's very important. And also one of the reasons why I think Tom Holland is going to actually be cast as Link. This guy was also involved with Uncharted.
I didn't see
Uncharted. Uncharted is not only a Sony video game property, it's a Sony game that they made a movie about that Tom Holland stars in.
Okay.
Tom Holland is also involved in a ton of other Sony projects like Spider-Man. We know that. And he's in with Sony right now. All this stuff being connected, it makes me think like
that's interesting.
They might put Tom Holland in this role. I don't think he's the best for the role, though.
Well, we're going to get to that in a little bit. I will say this. I think he fits a couple bills here. He does. He fits a look. Now, Link is so subjective, even though he's a character that we see in lots of games. It's subjective because there's many depictions of Link as a boy, as a man, as an older looking, like the Breath of the Wild one. They say he's trying to pass him off 17. That's bullcrap. He's like 21, 22. You know what I mean? That's what he looks to me. But again, subjective, right? It's subjective. They purposely make Link subjective and not specifically a particular look because that's what Nintendo wants. They want you to see Link and see yourself, not Link.
Okay.
Although,
that's fair.
Maybe Breath of the Wild less so, but still, that's traditionally what Link is. And I feel like with Tom Holland, I think he fits the bill. He's slender. He can always bulk up a little bit if he needs to for like if you're trying to get him as Breath of the Wild Link, a little bit stocky, bulky. He's short but not stocky, so they can work on the stock. But he's a fantastic actor with amazing abilities, which would go well. And here's another thing. We'll get to whether Link's talking or not. We'll get to that. But I think if there's going to be one actor that I trust most, who I personally know well, not a lot, but I do know Tom Holland. I've seen enough of his stuff. He's a good enough actor that I think if there was a role where you need a lead role where you don't say a damn word, I think he could do it the best. I think his abilities, his talents would be able to portray the role well enough without saying anything. If that's what it ends up being, and Link doesn't say anything, like I think it might be. I think Tom Holland could do it perfectly because he's such a good actor. He could make you feel those emotions and really kind of bring you along the journey without saying anything.
He's gonna talk. Let's get into that because we put a poll up. We
did.
And I don't know the results of the poll. I know you checked it out. We put a poll up. Basically, will Link talk? Will Link not speak? Geeb, what do we got?
So we had 92 votes in that poll. Really appreciate you guys for checking that out. We just posted a poll yesterday, so that's awesome.
That is awesome. Thank
59% of our voters said absolutely he's going to talk. But that means 41% said no way. So it's pretty split as of now.
That's a lot tighter than I thought it was going to be. But again, we've had this conversation when we had our theoretical what if there is a Zelda movie conversation. I just feel like this is a Nintendo movie, and you know where their head's at. They want everybody to be able to enjoy this. They want it to be accessible to everybody. And I feel like if they make Link not talk, people who aren't big Zelda fans are going to be like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, why isn't this guy talking?
Here's why I think it's not as important for him to speak as you think. You have to trust the director and the producer and the writers and the actor and everyone involved that whatever choice they're going to make is going to be the right one. So if they
I
choose,
think that's the wrong choice.
if they choose to, let me finish. If they choose, because I have a little bit extensive thing to say here, a little soliloquy.
All right.
If they choose to go with Link doesn't speak, or if he does speak, it's like the games where he, it's very vague and everything. That you have to trust that whatever decision they make is because they know they can pull it off. I think they're going to be able to pull off a no talking Link, and here's how. Again, it goes with like. It goes from the actor to the producer and director, writers, but also goes down to like the cameramen and all makeup and set. I think they can pull this off with all that with Tom Holland at the center of it. If it ends up being him, they can do it to where with music, with sound, with facial expression, with emotion, with body language, all of it. I think it's very not easy, but it's very possible to have it not speak. And here's the thing. If he doesn't not speaking, he's going to say something. Mark my words, he will say something. He's going to say something at some point.
Yeah.
And maybe a one-liner, maybe multiple times throughout the movie. Maybe they sprinkle in a little bit. But there's no way he's going to be yapping away. There's no world where Link is like the lead character is talking.
Dude, they were
the
old
most.
cartoons and he talked in those.
They also
It's happened before.
You know what else happened before with Nintendo movies and content visually? The old Mario movie, Mario Bros. That was a disaster.
And that was, I mean,
don't
yes.
Do not start with they did in the past. Don't start with that because they immediately get
that's
shut
fine,
down.
but they
What they
did.
did with Mario.
I mean, they did. He's talked.
Zelda. That shit sucked, dude. That was terrible
he
content.
talks in the games. We just don't. They don't let us hear it. Because if he goes, even in Tears of the Kingdom, when he goes up to somebody, he's like, does his little arm things. He does explanation. We don't need to hear that though. And you, like you said earlier, it's because Link is. We're supposed to be into the game. Like it's not a person. It's us. You're right about that. But I don't think they're going to go that way with the movie. I think it's going to be Link. I think they're going to make him Link, not you're in a game and you can be, you can be the hero. I think they're going to make him Link. I think he's going to have a personality. I mean, I'm interested to see if they go that way, what type of personality they give him. If he is like the Breath of the Wild hard ass, or if he's like the kid who has to learn to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think that he can't be Link without speaking? Like, you really think that he can't do that? Whoever is the actor?
Yeah, I think it would be terrible if he didn't speak, to be honest. Yeah, I think it would be ridiculous. At this point, and
Drip.
we're dealing with Nintendo.
Hey, Drip.
And you're talking about kids who want to go see this movie and being enjoyed by everyone.
Because kids hate characters that don't speak, right?
Dude, listen.
They wouldn't get
You're
it,
talking
right?
about a live-action movie.
Kids wouldn't get a live-action TV show or movie where one of the main characters doesn't say a word, right?
No, they totally would. They would. I'm not saying that that's true.
You're only saying that because I'm about to prove you wrong if you were to say it. I know.
It doesn't matter. I'm not saying that they wouldn't.
Hold on, Drip.
But I'm saying
let me just slap your butt. Let me just slap your butt. Grogu puts out
all kinds of shit.
He puts out so much emotion without saying a damn word.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. Cool. He's a fucking baby.
He's also
a grown-ass man
we're
talking about.
He's also not real. And they're able to do it with a puppet that doesn't talk. And you trying to tell me that an actor as talented as Tom Holland couldn't portray
first of
emotion?
All, he's not the main
speaking?
character. Not the main character.
Debatable.
There are other... He's not... Okay, well... you're right. Is debatable, but he's not technically the main character.
I am Groot.
I see what you're saying. I mean, I think it's possible.
Groot.
Listen, I think it's possible. I don't think Nintendo's going to take that type of risk with this. Being the first Zelda live act, I don't think they're going to take that type of risk.
You look at it like a risk, and I look at it as art and being artistic. And I think they're going to be able to pull off artistic.
That's great for indie films and this and that. There's so much money. This cannot fail.
You know how it could fail? Is if he's like yapping away, Drippy. I think you're going to piss off a lot of fans if Link is just yapping away the whole movie.
Who's going to be mad at it?
I would be.
Are you going to be mad if he's talking?
Yeah.
Really?
Not that if he's talking, if he's like Mr. Yappy and he's like as if in the games he never said a word of dialogue in his life. Like he's never had a text box, dude, besides ugh or yeah. Like and all of a sudden you're gonna have him yap away,
dude. Mario said 4 fucking words.
But he said words, and the games there weren't much dialogue. Listen,
he says
point taken.
No.
There's lots of things Mario
and
says.
what? Like 3 other words.
There's
He
lots
had
of things
full
Mario
dialogue
says.
in that movie.
There's
and it was
lots
fine.
of full sentences that That's very different.
Full sentences?
Yeah.
I've never heard Mario say a full sentence.
Oh, no.
Oh no, that's a full sentence.
Is it? I feel like that's an incomplete
Listen,
sentence.
you're
definitely
lying. You're sitting here lying out of your ass if you think that it's the same thing, Mario and Link. It's not the same thing.
I'm not actually.
No, it's not the same.
How can you tell me that it's not?
Because
Link says ha, knock, and Mario says what? Yahoo!
they're not real
it's not
words.
the same thing, really.
They're not real words. Anytime there is real words, there's no dialogue. They just skip over the dialogue completely because you're not supposed to know what he says. You, the player, know what it is. He's
You know
only
what?
saying
That's fine.
What Link goes like this with the hand gesture and talking to it.
I want to go back to something.
Link is saying what you already, as the player, knows. So there's no reason to put text bubbles there.
I'm gonna go back to something, and in however many years it takes to prove this, I'm gonna be right again, because at first you hated Chris Pratt. After the movie came out, and we had this same conversation, like you were so mad about
different.
that.
What does Chris Pratt and the voice actor have to do with?
Just wait. Let me finish. You were mad about. You didn't like it. I said it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. After you saw the movie, what did you say? It's fine. Totally fine. So
Yeah, but I don't feel as strong.
in however many years, this is exactly what's going to happen again. Mark my words. Somebody clip that.
Yeah.
We'll look at it in 3 to 5 years, and you're going to be like, it is fine. It's good. He talked. It's
If
good.
or I keep saying Tom Holland as if he's chosen.
Yeah, we don't know it's Tom Holland.
If the person who who's Link just starts talking and talking and talking as if the games never had Link talk before, it's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me a lot. But here, it's going to bother me. I'm not saying that he can't say any dialogue. I think that it's important that Link has some dialogue. I think the way they go with Link, the way that they choose to go about him, is he doesn't speak much. When he does speak, it's to the point and brief and introverted, but it's not like any other main character who is
kind of quiet. Yeah.
Quiet, introverted, very soft-spoken.
I could see them going that way.
Yeah, that would be the way.
That makes
and I would
sense.
consider that the same thing as not talking. I don't think he's going to say, there's no world where he says 0, right? He's going to say something. And
I think he's going
to talk for exactly like
talking.
5% of the movie, just not 50
Who's going to play
100.
him, though, Geeb? Who's going to play him?
Oh, my God, Drip. Well, I've already said that 1,000 times who I think should and might be the candidate. I know you got a way better list for not just Link, but all of the characters.
Link, I don't have a full list. I just think I found the guy. It's the kid from. Have you seen the movie Dune?
No, I know people watched it. I just didn't.
Okay, I'm sending you his picture right now. His name's Timothy Chalamet. Hang on.
Oh, I know.
This is the guy.
I know Timothy Chalamet.
That's the guy. That's Link. I'm sending you pictures right now. We're gonna put them up on screen so you guys can see.
I'm waiting. I'm seeing.
Where are we supposed to do? Admin room.
Drip purposely didn't send me these photos so I could be surprised of the actors.
Okay, here is 2 Links and 2 of old Timmy. Dude, he's Link. He's a perfect Link. He is perfect. Like, his facial structure looks like Link. I know we'd have to do something with the hair, probably. This kid's Link. He can play the quiet.
He's kind of got the elf ears going. No offense, Timothy Chalamet. I'm sure every
dude,
girl wants to
look
see his
at him.
pants, but
look at him. He's Link.
He does look a little bit like Link. I will admit that, especially with this photo in particular. He's got a very strong jawline. His ears, you can make the hair work. He's got these eyes. Not the eye color matters. I don't know. He fits more than I would have thought. And he also is an A-list actor. I believe he's
doing Dune right now.
He's about to be doing Willy Wonka. He's about to be Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah, he's fucking Willy Wonka. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think that's a solid choice. I think if they could go with him or Tom Holland, I don't think either. I'm not on team Tom Holland. I don't give a fuck, right? But I think Tom Holland or Timothy Chalamet could do a good job. I think if they're going for accuracy of Link, maybe Timothy Chalamet works better. But yeah, I'm biased. I am biased. I think Tom Holland is a better actor though. So I think Tom Holland would do a better job.
See, I think I disagree. I think he would play the part better. You should watch Dune. Watch Dune.
Okay, right now. Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. No, check it out though. It's on Dune is on Netflix. Check it out. It's
Sure.
it's very good. I watched it the other night again. It's really good. The next one I want to go to, this one. I really hope you agree with me on this one. I really hope you agree with me on this one.
Just say it. What is it? Use your words.
Ganondorf.
Okay. Ganon is
Okay.
going to be played by who?
I'm gonna send it
forget
to you.
about the pictures. If this is what's going to be, forget about the pictures. You got to just say
I sent it. Joe, what's his name? Manganiello?
Sure. I don't know. You're asking me. This is yours.
I sent you pictures. I sent you pictures.
Okay.
I sent this one. Wait. Oh God, I got a comparison to the next one. You're gonna laugh your ass off when you see this guy. I don't know. I don't know what else he's in. He was in True Blood back in the day on HBO. He's been in other stuff. He was somebody in the DC EU, or was supposed to be. He was in Magic Mike. That was a big one. But I want to send you this picture, and I want you to.
He's got two different eye colors, or at least this character does that we're looking at. One's brown.
I
One's
just
blue.
feel like he looks like a Ganondorf, and this is the one. Just look at these two. You can put those up for the people because, oh God, is it perfect? This is good. The smiling Ganondorf picture. I found a picture of him that he's the guy. His face looks like
This is the same guy.
Nose.
This is the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same
Okay.
guy. Here's like a regular picture of him that you can put up. There's like a regular picture of him.
Okay. Pictures not important.
Probably the most accurate
Pictures
there.
are not important. Just go about the words.
They kind of are important because some people want to see it. They're important. Okay,
Yeah,
the next
I'm going
one.
to show them.
This one.
Do you know how
I
do you know
think-
how podcasts work?
I
Pictures
think-
are secondary.
Yeah, we do it live. Though.
Words are
I'm
first.
aware. Thank you. I'm aware.
Good.
You cater to our audio listeners. I just cater to our video listeners. That's all. It's fine. All right, next one. Sophia Turner from Game of Thrones. She's Zelda. Easy. Very easy.
Okay.
If you
tell us
know who
why.
she is, you know. If you know, you know. She just looks like Zelda. She looks like Zelda.
Now you said in the pre-show the Twilight Princess Zelda. Is that correct?
I did. Yeah, I did send you the ones to compare. Were Twilight Princess Zelda. I just feel like that's the one she looks like the most. But I feel like she could pull off Zelda easily. Now I had a bunch of other names, and I can go through some of these really fast. She's the one though. Florence Pugh. She's the new Black Widow. If you've seen any of that new stuff,
I didn't know there was new Black Widow.
it's her
breaking news.
sister. Yeah, I think she could do it.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Emma Watson for Zelda.
Emma
would be
Watson
good.
for Zelda. I think she might be too old now. But I think a weird thing too that I did want to kind of bring up, Anya Taylor-Joy, who does the voice of Princess Peach.
Yeah,
She is like perfect for Zelda.
she could do it.
Absolutely perfect.
She could do it.
She could do it.
I think that'd be weird.
Yeah,
but
it would be that she's
she
both
could do
the
it.
Nintendo princesses. It'd be very strange.
She's a princess after all.
I do want to go over a few other ones for Ganon, just because.
She's not more a princess than my fiance.
Listen, and the first ones I'm saying here, I know are probably not it, but you got to at least give them a chance because they're big tough guy Hollywood actors. The Rock, probably not. Don't want to see that. Jason Momoa might be able to pull that off. A Ganondorf.
No, absolutely not. No
You don't
offense to
think
Jason
so?
Momoa. I don't think he's got the chops.
Okay, and then
I know
before get to the
he's
one
like
that you
I know he's like a top class actor. It's not personal. I just don't think
just
he's
don't
that
think he
good.
fits that role. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so before we get to the one that I know you like for Ganon, I had one more that I wanted you to think about. Hugh Jackman. He's played Wolverine. He's a little
He's a
older
spectacular
now,
actor.
still in shape.
He's a
and he's a
spectacular
great
actor.
actor.
I think he has the chops for it. I think they could make him look more like Ganon if they wanted to. I don't think he has the presence. I think the person who plays Ganon has to be literally jacked, but also not because Hugh Jackman. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's like under 6 foot. He's not a large person, right?
I'm not 100% sure about that, to tell you the truth.
Like in Wolverine, it works because the character is not necessarily a giant, but Ganon is like bigger than life. He is a huge human, and Yeah, Hugh Jackman's got lots of muscles, but I don't know if he's got the body frame for Ganon. But do you know someone who I do think is better than all the guys you said here?
Yes, I do. And I agree with you.
I forget his real. What's his real name? I just Geralt's on my head
you
right
are, if I'm not mistaken, you're talking about Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, I think, fits every box. He checks every box for Ganon.
I think he would be great, honestly.
He doesn't. I think the only one.
Closer?
The only one that is a little bit lacking is his look, but I do think they can work with that. Like his face structure. Other than that, he's got the body, he's got the frame, he's got the muscles, he's got the chops. I think Henry Cavill would be an amazing name to throw on there. He's also British, so he's got that going. He could really get that going. So
yeah, I mean, he could do it. I think my guy's a little closer, just already there. But that doesn't really matter now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that matters nothing. You know, it probably won't be him.
This
but
is
I
what
think,
happens when your fiance watches your podcast. This is the kind of things that's going to be said. I'll leave that for the audio or the video people only. Sorry.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I had a few. Just some random Zelda characters that I thought would be fun to throw in here. Mm-hmm. Beetle. Everybody knows Beetle, right?
Beetle. Yeah,
your neighborhood local salesman.
That's right.
Taika Waititi.
He's Mr. Trenchcoat. You pull up the Beetle.
It's
he
Taika
opens a
Waititi,
trench coat.
dude.
Yes, his junk is hanging out, but he does have lots of cool products that he wants to sell to you.
Yeah, it's Taika Waititi. And if you don't know who that is, he is the director of Thor Ragnarok. He also plays.
Oh, that guy.
He plays Korg.
Yeah. Yes.
He plays Korg. He's the rock guy.
He'd be good.
Is Beetle.
Personality. Great. I don't think
Perfect.
Beetle. We talked about this in the pre-show. I don't think he's that.
He doesn't look like him, but
Yeah,
I feel like he could play Beetle very, very well. I think he's actually perfect for the role.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think it's very important for Beetle specifically to look like it because they can make him look like Beetle in terms of with makeup and stuff. I don't think because what is even Beetle? As long as there's slender frame, dude, I think they can pull it off.
Yeah, and I think he could. I think he'd kill it. And the other one, just really quickly, and. This is just funny. Tingle, I thought of two people.
Jack Black.
Not Jack Black, no.
Let's get Bowser and Peach in this movie. Let's go.
Jonah Hill, I thought could play Tingle pretty well.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
And also, maybe if we're going real funny, we could do Zach Galifianakis.
I don't think I love Zach Galifianakis. I don't think he fits the role at all.
Really? I think either one. I think either one, whichever way you want to go with it, could be good. And then if you want to get really like, if this is a very serious and scary Zelda movie, you could just make him like, Steve Buscemi could play him, but not like funny Steve Buscemi, like Steve Buscemi from like Boardwalk Empire, where he's like real scary.
Steve Buscemi would be funny if it was 20 years ago. I think he's a little past.
Well, I mean, have you seen Boardwalk Empire?
No, he's a great actor. I'm not saying about that. I'm saying
I don't think he's the guy. Just saying.
Tingle has gives youthful vibes to me, and I don't. Steve Buscemi is the oldest cockroach I've ever seen. But
I'm saying,
dude,
you'd have to
is
change
amazing,
the character a lot. Yeah, he'd be scary. He wouldn't be fun. Tingle, he'd be scary. Which Tingle is kind of scary.
A little bit, yeah.
So,
I mean,
a little bit scary.
A little bit.
That's really all I got. I mean, I did say one more for Zelda. If it's Tom Holland, we got to get Zendaya in there as Zelda, right?
I mean, how funny would it be if Tom Holland and Zendaya?
I mean, I would actually be totally
duo?
fine with that. I would be 100% fine with that.
I'm down with that.
It's not going to happen. I'm interested to see who they pick, though. Very interested.
I am as well. I think people are going to have a problem with Zendaya for one reason or another, but I wouldn't. I think that would be perfect. That's a good. They already got the chemistry. I think that would be wonderful to put that out there for those two. But again, your list is good. Your list is very good. It's very, very good. Good job with the list.
Thank you.
Here's something that's a little bit more important, though.
Okay.
What is the tone / the story gonna be of this movie? Like, and when I say tone, is it gonna be a dark Zelda game or movie, I should say, or a lighter, more lighthearted one? Is it gonna be a drama, or is it gonna be a comedy, or is it gonna be both? Maybe it could be both.
It's gonna.
Is it gonna feature both, like Twilight Princess Link, or is it gonna feature like Tears of the Kingdom Link, or I think most likely a Wind Waker Link? He's got the most kind of character of all the Links.
I think that's the most least likely thing they will do, honestly.
I agree. Now that we know it's
too
live
far,
action.
It's too far out. it's way too far out of just a regular Zelda story with the boats and the.
I think
it's just too far out.
If you're asking me, I think the simple answer is definitely Tears of the Kingdom. But what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Why would they choose an old game that didn't sell as well as this current game that's selling crazy?
Because the story's not quite there, and they're making a movie.
Yeah, but
that's why.
Then
that's the only reason why. I think you're right because that is what people know. Yeah.
But then Drip, we go from the universe link versus the story link. They could use the universe Tears of the Kingdom link, or with like a brand new story that has never been told before. Right?
Yeah.
I think that might be the way who's to say it's going to be a remake story of the old games? They're probably going to bring me a brand new story of Zelda we never heard before.
I would say
using the current link that we know.
Most likely, I would say you're right. It's probably not going to be if it has stuff from things we know in games. I think it's just going to be like cherry picked pieces to make a brand new story that they want to tell. I think if they go with an actual story though, I feel like, especially since it's like the first movie, like if they're going to do it that way and take stories and do it like that, I think it's Ocarina of Time.
That's a really good story. It's a really, really good story.
And I think even just the parts of like, you got young Link and old Link and young Zelda and old Zelda, but I don't know if they do it quite as like you don't stay young as long as you do in the game. You know what I mean?
And don't forget, like the game really, really dramatized it. It's only a 7-year difference, right? It's the game makes it look like he's 4 and then 20. And it's really more like he's like 10 and then 17.
Yeah, the 7-year difference is.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about 64 graphics.
We could be talking about like 13 years old or 20 years old in terms of like visually what we see on screen, if that's what they go for. Like,
yeah.
But like a teenager and then an adult.
I just feel like if they're going to go with a story like that, that's probably the one. It's almost got to be.
Here's my issue, Drip. I want more Tears of the Kingdom. I want more of this story. I want more in this universe. I want Tears of the Kingdom.
This. Because I heard this this morning.
Hold on. One more thing. And here's why. Because my favorite Ganon is the Tears of the Kingdom Ganon. I think
he's the Ganon.
I love Scottish Ganon.
We can bring him into anything.
Yeah. Tears of the Kingdom Ganon has to be in this movie. I don't care what, how, why. It's got to be Tears of the Kingdom Ganon with the same energy, with the same evilness, with the same I need Geralt, man. I need my Geralt. His name once again has left my mind.
Henry Cavill.
I need Henry Cavill to be Ganon, and my life will be complete.
Oh, another one I had on this list. I didn't see this. Especially for that Ganon, dude, Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. He's already just
is
massive.
A goofball.
I know. Oh, he's done some other. He's in Dune too. He's done some serious stuff.
Yeah, I've seen him. I forget what movie it was, but I've seen him in a serious role.
I mean, yeah, he's Drax. He's a goofball in that, but I mean, he does other things. Yeah, he does other things. Not my choice. Doesn't matter. I do think though. I think it's going to be original story. Honestly, I think it almost has to be.
I agree. I think it has to be.
Because unless they really just want to do this, I mean, you could totally go straight up Zelda multiverse and start it out with Ocarina of Time and show, him going and saving that timeline and leaving. And then you could take that timeline and do the Wind Waker story of we didn't have a hero. That's why it flooded. And then you could go with that, and then he's the hero that went and saved them. So they didn't, you know what I mean? Like you could do all that if you wanted to. You could really build out the multiverse like that if you wanted to. I don't know. I don't know if that's where they're gonna go because of again the same thing I said earlier. Everybody's got to be able to understand this. It's got to be accessible to lots of people, young children. Old people, whoever. It's got to be accessible to everybody. I don't know if that's quite where they want to go. I would love that.
When are we seeing this, Drip?
It's a good question. I mean, considering what we got last night, it doesn't look like they have much done. No. I'm just guessing. But
I think on paper, like literally like written down, probably on a computer, but you know what I mean. Written down, I think they have a lot of what they want in the movie. I think that's what all the years took. The years took of like, if we're gonna do this, what are we gonna do? They finally have like Nintendo finally has like an agreement of like, this is what we're gonna do. Now we just gotta do it, and I think that's what we're at the stage right now is gonna go do it. We gotta go work with Sony. We're done. Now we gotta get the cast. That's next, and we got.
What do you think? 3 years?
How long does it take? I don't know. Have a reference. How long does it take to make a movie? Once you start filming
a movie, once you have everything in place, if you've got a script, you've got all the actors,
filming and editing,
once you get it all planned out, the actual filming doesn't take long at all.
Filming and editing, that's a 2-year process?
I don't even know, man. Nowadays, I may be wrong, but like, I'm pretty sure most, decent budget movies, like they only film like 6 to 8 weeks. I don't think the filming process is that long.
Yeah, but editing is a lot longer, especially nowadays.
Oh,
yeah. While the filming process might be short, the editing has gotten
all the
longer.
Visual effects and stuff, yeah. And you've got like, now, and that's the thing. Where are we going to go with this? Like, holy shit, dude. Like, as far as visual effects go, like, what are we going to see? Like, how big is this going to be? What if it is Breath of the Wild? And what if we get like,
you are getting too ahead of yourself. This is going to be for the
Gorons.
This is going to
Gorons.
Shh. This is going to be members podcast stuff at the end of the month. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to go so hard.
Dorito, dude. Oh
Shut the hell up. We're going to go so hard in the members podcast this month. Make sure you guys are a member so you can see that episode when that drops.
Please become a member. We're going to talk way more about this.
The last Friday of every month. But Drip, you still haven't answered the question when. I need to know when this is happening. I'm going to say 2024. I think this is a 1-year thing.
Next year?
Next year. The end of next year. Holiday 2024.
No way. 2025.
I'm being optimistic.
Summer 2025.
I just want it then, and I'm being optimistic.
I want it tomorrow.
Yeah.
2025
and here's why I think that mostly.
Maybe holiday 2025 actually.
I think that mostly because if it's Nintendo, if they weren't ready to really get the ball rolling quickly, then they would not have put this out there. I think they're ready to going with this. I realistically 2 years. I think this is a 2025 thing. But like, it's possible they could get this out by a year. How long did it take for the Mario movie? Like, they were
different. It's animation, man. That's totally different. That's like
yes, but
you
it's
literally got to
it's
build everything.
Yeah, but
like
it was
this, you're
my point was it was
and I know
quick.
there's a lot of stuff.
It was a quick turnaround.
Well, not really, because they were working on it. They had been working on it before we even knew about it for so long.
And you're making my point is that they just told us in John Cartwright told us that they've been working on this for a really long time.
I wonder how. Yeah, they said,
and they wouldn't tell us until they
were.
were ready and this thing was close. And I do think that's the same thing with this. I think they're more ready with this than we currently know.
What was the lead up from the Mario movie?
It wasn't
like
long.
when they first told us about it.
I don't know, but I think it was within a year.
Like a year?
I think so.
Maybe a little bit over.
Mm-hmm. We'll say.
You're right. I'll give you that.
We'll say 16 months. Something like that.
We see Nintendo do that all the time. Like if they're not ready to, especially after Metroid Prime 4 and all that bullshit, if they're not ready to talk about something, they do not talk about it. And when they do, what 6 months for a game is usually like the big lead up.
I think we're filming in 6 months.
Okay,
and then I think we get it a year after that. I'm thinking 18 months from now. I think we can see this movie.
So summer 2025.
Yeah, it's possible.
I like it. I'm with you. I think we agree on that. Summer 2025.
Something like that. I want 2024. I want holiday 2024. That would be an amazing Christmas
Mario.
movie to go see. Christmas 2024. Going to see fucking Zelda movie would be insane. Because I want that. But I think
I would love that too. I just don't think
maybe fall, summertime. Either way, we'll talk about this more in the members podcast at the end of the month. But you guys in the stream, make sure to stick around. We're gonna be doing the after shows we always do. We appreciate you guys. If you haven't liked the stream, make sure to do that. If you are listening on the audio platform or watching us on YouTube for the archive, we're gonna sign off for now. But make sure to tune in for next week, as next week is another podcast, another week. Maybe a guest. We're trying to work out a guest right now. We're having a little bit of trouble getting them on time wise. Got to work out everything like that. But we're working on it. But as far as the next episode, we're for sure going to have it next week. So make sure to tune in for that every Thursday at 8 p.m. Totally, because it's right now it's Thursday. But anyway, guys, stick around for the stream.
Definitely Thursday
After show. But the rest of you guys, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Play that funky music, white boy. It is the after show. After show. After show. After show. It's not the after show. Now it is. The after show. Welcome, everybody, to the after show. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I love when you play me that little cheering.
It's all for you, buddy. It's all for you.
It's all about me.
Why I'm here.
Mrs. Geeb isn't here yet. This concerns me. I don't know why she's not here. I don't know. She's probably like on her phone right now scrolling like, oh, I forgot. And like on her scurrying her way right now.
Listen,
down.
It's fine. These things happen.
I hear some footsteps right now. I hear some plop, plop, plop. There she is. Was I right, Mrs. Geeb? Were you scurrying as soon as you heard me say it? Okay.
No.
Well, you got to plug your mic in. You got to set it up. You got to do all this stuff, you know.
I wanted to try to get.
No one can hear you. Set your microphone up.
I can kind of hear her. I can kind of hear her.
Not enough. Okay, Drip.
Yes.
Hi, what's up? After show.
Hi. Hey.
Chat,
Hi.
what's up, guys? We're going to talk to Mrs. Geeb about Zelda stuff. It's on the floor to the bottom.
Yeah, we missed all kinds of stuff.
What did we miss?
Just all
Oh my
kinds
God,
of
look at
stuff.
these notes.
No,
Oh.
don't look.
Ow, that hurt my ears.
Don't look yet. I need a chair.
Jesus, Tatum for
I need a
Cannon.
chair.
No.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. I'm just looking back at some of this stuff. Yeah, Henry Cavill, man. I mean, he would work for Ganon. He would totally work. Like, there's no question. He would definitely work.
Drip is Link. I vote for that.
Yeah, I told you. That was the surprise. I'm trying to like not let it out of the bag yet, but yes, I am playing Link. It's whatever. They know I already had the costume and stuff. They were like, dude, you trying to do this? I was like, I'll do it, yeah.
Okay.
whatever.
Dropping her mic. All right, Miss Geeb.
4 months for filming. Okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Okay, so yeah, even with 4 months of filming,
You figure it
I
out?
mean,
Sorry, Drip.
summer 2025, I think is
Darling.
reasonable. We could get it before that, I guess. You guys doing okay over there? I don't think they can hear me now. We could get it before 2025, but I mean, I just don't think they're gonna have. I don't know about next year, man. I'd love to see it next year. It might be too early. Ocarina of Time offers the most opportunity for sequels, but if they actually do any of the existing stories, Twilight Princess is the most likely, in my opinion. I think it's gonna be the original story too. I don't think Twilight Princess is the most likely at all. I think Twilight Princess is one of those. While it is a very good story, I don't know if it's a first Zelda story. I feel like it's got too many outside things. I don't know. Ocarina of Time just has that. It's very based in Hyrule. Not a lot of other stuff happening in weird places. I feel like that's a really good place for them to start. It doesn't take you outside anywhere too far. It gives you a really good idea of Hyrule, things like that. So I think it's got to be Ocarina of Time if they're going to do something like that. But I agree. It's probably an original story.
Say hi, Drip.
You back? You back?
Yeah.
You back?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm saying hi. I thought you were telling Drip to say hi to me.
No.
Oh, well, hi, Abby.
I was.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
How are you? Hi. How are you? How you doing?
Great. I have thoughts.
Yeah, I want to hear them because I saw you in the chat
I was
raising
freaking
all
out.
kinds of hell. So,
Okay, so first of all, Tom Holland. I have nothing against him at all. I think he's a phenomenal
I think
actor.
you hate him, honestly,
I don't.
actually.
I really don't. I do enjoy him. I can't see him as Link. I'm really having a hard time finding anybody to be Link. Like, you should see the list here of people that I have for Zelda compared to the list of people I have for Link.
Me.
2 of them are jokes. Like,
Well, let's
Who
hear
do you
some.
have for
cannot-
I want to hear. Yeah, I want to hear the
Okay,
link.
so
Zelda, I can't wait to
here-
hear now, actually, too.
hear me out. Okay. For Link, you need to pull up pictures so that the chat can see.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure.
I'm going based off of just pure looks for this first one. The first one is Ross Lynch. He played, he was on Disney Channel.
Oh God, no.
Okay, no, I'm going, like I said, based on looks. Now that he's older, it's different. A lot of the pictures are of him younger. But he played.
I feel like we're gonna get demonetized.
Oh,
for showing
I remember that
Jeffrey
guy.
Dahmer.
He was from.
Austin and
Jeffrey
Alley.
Dahmer. See, no, I like Jeffrey Dahmer.
He played Jeffrey
That's
Dahmer.
I don't like Jeffrey Dahmer. I like the guy who played in
What's
the
the
Netflix
show he was in?
Austin and Alley.
Yes. My kid. Yeah, Avery watched that.
I think he, just by pure looks, I think it could be okay. I think it could work. I know you disagree.
I don't like
but
it in any way. I think he's a good actor.
I'm just thinking just pure
I
looks.
think he's too cute for the role. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. No,
he's-
fair enough.
he's-
I don't want to
too
put this
good
on
looking.
screen anymore. I feel like we're gonna get
Fair enough.
demonetized.
Okay. Second one that I thought, and again, he might be a little bit too old, but Freddie Highmore.
I don't know any of these people. God, I'm old.
First one. There you go.
I spelled his name right. Okay, so tell us about Freddie Highmore.
He is a very good actor.
Oh, who is it? Who is this
He was
kid?
in, oh God, what was that movie? August Rush.
I don't know that.
And he's on the TV show The Good Doctor. He's phenomenal.
He was also in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes, I could see it.
That's where he's from. That's what I know him from.
Yes.
The new,
Bates Motel.
newer
Yes.
factory. Charlie and Chocolate, yeah.
Hang on, I'm
Could
looking
be
at
a
some pictures.
possibility.
Ah, man.
I
don't
really
know.
don't like either selection. No offense. They're very not.
Like
not
I
good.
said, I'm having a very hard time picking for Link.
I think Drip picked two phenomenal ones. They're perfect.
I don't think I think Tom Holland might get it just because of the Sony ties.
Yeah,
and the
I agree
producer
with
stuff.
that.
I think that they do that. I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
But what's his name? That other
Timothy
kid.
Chalamet, I don't know. I
yeah,
feel like
dude,
he's
he's
just too
perfect.
popular right now.
That Abby, you're
Okay.
missing the
I
point,
know,
though. That's
I
why they
know.
would choose.
But I'm telling
That's
you,
more
I
of a
don't
reason
think-
why they
I
choose.
agree.
I honestly
though.
don't think Nintendo is gonna go for anybody who's. I mean, dude, they made fucking Chris Pratt Mario.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the all-star
I
cast they
agree,
put in
though.
Mario.
I agree, though. Switch Corner had said it in the chat, and I think we had talked about it last night. Having a no-name plays Link.
Yeah, Freddie Highmore is not going to get it done, or the other one you said. I don't.
That's fine. That was just my thoughts.
Also, I don't think they look.
I don't care.
like Link.
That's
either.
just my thoughts.
And I understand. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, have a nobody, like
And
a
then
very
have
small
have
actor.
a cast that supports it.
Yeah,
and
I
then
agree
he
with
doesn't
that
say
sentiment.
a whole lot. He's very.
Yes.
I mean, that could happen too. We could see that.
They would
Yeah.
only do that though. They'd only do that if number one, the actor was phenomenal, and number two, he looked just like the thing they were going for. And I don't think either of the ones you went. with.
Okay. Yes, I get that. I'm just saying those were the first thoughts that came to my mind.
I mean,
I'm
our
being
boy
honest.
listen,
Okay.
Tim's got this already. They've
No.
already cast him.
No,
Either that or
I disagree.
I can spoil the surprise and tell you I already know who it is. Again, it's me.
Oh my goodness.
It's me.
Okay,
I'm
top of my list for
There-
Zelda.
There's a lot there.
Top of the list for Zelda. Some of them you don't have to re-show. You've already shown them.
Okay.
Florence Pugh,
Yeah. Okay.
I thought
agree
she
with
would
you
be
there.
great.
I did. Yeah. I thought she was a good choice. Yeah.
Oh, there.
right there. I think
Yes.
she would be
I do
great.
agree there. I think she'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she'd be good.
Victoria Pedretti.
I don't know who that is.
She played
Florence Pugh.
Love on the TV show You.
Okay. What's her name?
Victoria Pedretti. Top one. Nope, not. There we go.
Yeah.
I could see her doing it.
I don't think if they were going for a young, youthful Zelda, maybe because she's very young and youthful looking.
She's a great actress, though.
She is. No, I think she's a good actress. I don't
gotta
know if
check
I just don't see it with her.
Okay, I don't know how
What's
to.
her name?
Maybe though. Like this one.
Victoria.
This one, I can see a
Pedretti?
little elf ears on her right here. Maybe
Okay, I see. Hold on. Let me.
this is a maybe. I also really like her.
This is dude. This girl could pull it off for sure.
Okay, next one. I don't know how to pronounce her name, so just start typing it in. She was the lead in Lady Bird. I haven't seen her acting. Again, this one was just purely off of looks. It's an S.A.
Oh.
What are you spelling?
I'm trying to look at your notebook and spell.
S.A.O. The top one right there.
Saros.
Saros.
Okay, I see here. Yep, I got it. Oh wow, yeah, she could do it for sure. Man, she's
you
like
know,
perfect.
so like she has that gritty type of look, but then she
That's
also
Zelda
is like
right there.
very like posh. I think that would be good.
How famous is she? That's a factor.
I mean, didn't Lady Bird win an Oscar?
I don't know.
So I mean, she is an Oscar, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's a Saoirse. Is that right? Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse.
What are you doing?
The name sounds.
Hero.
Hero put it in the chat.
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah,
Saoirse Ronan.
she could do it easy. Like that
Another
would be,
one. Another one is Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh, I know her. What show was she on?
CHLOE.
She was on a Disney Channel show or
you're
something.
pulling
My
them
kids used to watch.
Spell for me.
CHLOE. Top one.
Why is this coming up
What
so
is she
quickly?
from? No, she's from Kick-Ass.
Oh, she'd be good.
Yeah, she could do it for sure.
Okay. Another one is.
Okay.
No, I'm going through all my picks.
No, it's
Then
fine.
you
I
type
love
them
this.
in.
Okay.
Yes,
But you can't because the
Okay.
keyboard.
I love this. Keep it going. Keep
Okay.
it going.
Another
my
one
problem is I can't see my keyboard
is,
with everything in my way. Yell over me. That's great.
Oh. Oh, you don't like people yelling over you.
No, I don't.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, next
We
one.
got some couple heat right now.
Next
Yeah,
one.
hey, cool down
I
over
could just
there. Cool down over there.
unplug her microphone.
Get out of here. Next one is Elle Fanning.
I really don't want to keep doing this for.
Who is it?
Elle Fanning. ELLE.
ELLE.
You spelled it wrong.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yes and no at the same time. I don't know.
She's another great actress.
Maybe.
I agree,
Maybe.
Wallball. Elle
Maybe.
Fanning
I don't
is
know.
better
The more and more I
Fanning
look
sister.
here, I'm like, okay, never
Okay,
mind. Maybe.
last one for Zelda is Amelia Clark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She's with
Don't
it.
need to look
Why
that
is
up.
every time I put their name in, there immediately comes up? It's kind of creepy.
Dude, they're superstars.
She's so
dude.
cute.
I mean,
she's just adorable.
she's a superstar.
Again, I feel like
she's
she might be on the older end, though.
no.
Yeah, but I mean that's the
No.
thing too. We don't know. We don't really know what.
Exactly. I feel like that's so. Even talking about like Ganon too, I feel like that's kind of hard to figure because it depends on what the story is.
I feel like they're gonna give him. Whoever is Ganon's gonna be probably an older.
My top choice that I wrote down is Jason Momoa. I think he would be fantastic.
Yeah, he was on my list too. He was on my
I
list
heard,
too.
yeah. I think he would be fantastic. I jokingly said Russell Crowe.
He's got the I mean, he certainly has. Like he 6'9" or something. Like he's got the stature and
Oh.
the frame I was talking about. I just
Yeah.
You want to talk about Daddy Ganon?
Yeah. I mean,
Good
he's
Lord.
built just like Daddy Ganon.
Good Lord.
you know, I don't think he has the acting
You have
chops.
to drag me out of the theater.
Man.
He's good enough to be Aquaman, but he's not good enough to be Ganon.
My dad had opinions too.
Oh yeah, okay.
He said John Cena.
You know what? I thought about him last night when I was making my list, but then I was like, I'm
My dad
not.
said John
I
Cena,
can't.
and then his other suggestion, I think he was just appeasing to me, was Adam Driver, just for fun.
You know what? Another one I thought actually who would probably be good, and he's a really good actor. Michael B. Jordan. I think he's too young though.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like quite got the
For Ganon,
the mean old Ganon type thing
Yeah.
going on, but I mean, I think he might be able to pull it off. He's a good actor.
I think
he's-
Hugh Jackman would be a good choice, like you said.
I think the same problem with Michael B. Jordan. The same.
Idris Elba. Yes.
Yeah,
Hero.
yeah. He's the guy they put in all the fan art where they have Tom Holland. He's Ganon in all that fan art, and then what's her name from Harry Potter?
Emma Watson, yeah.
Yeah,
Idris Elba is a really good idea.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it'd be perfect.
I like that idea. Oh, and just for shits and giggles, for Link, I had said Cole Sprouse. He was
you
on-
are literally just picking a bunch of Disney actors.
Well,
There's
I mean,
nothing wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong with it. he was Jughead in Riverdale. I think he could do a good job.
Hold on, let me find this guy. Yeah, he
Hero,
can pull it off.
I agree.
Yeah, that guy can pull it off.
I don't know
for
if he
sure.
would be the best choice, but
You don't
again,
know?
looks-wise.
You're not sure if he's gonna be the best choice?
Looks-wise, he could do it.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then the last one, I just said it just to because I know it would piss you off. I said Harry Styles.
Why did I?
Yeah,
invite
he
you
was
on
left.
this
He was
podcast?
definitely left off my list completely. Definitely left off my
I
list.
just said that.
I-
Just
I-
for
let
fun.
me just
did
make a
look.
list
I
of
will
a
say
bunch
I went
of-
and looked. I was like, I'm gonna give this a fair shot, but I also said
Oh,
no.
Hero said
I'm
he'd
not
like
gonna
Harry
do it.
Styles.
I'm just gonna make a list of a bunch of hot girls, and then just every girl I find the most attractive, and make that my Zelda list.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't
okay.
necessarily find those guys attractive. I'm just saying, based off what I think of looks-wise, when I think of
I'm
Link as
sensing
a
a
human,
little bit of jealous
Right?
coming out of Geeb over there.
Jealous.
Look
Yeah,
out!
I'm so
right?
Look out! Sensing just a little bit of that.
Let's make it a Disney
hey,
movie.
Abby, how do you feel about Taika Waititi as Beetle?
Okay, I need to see who that is.
I think you know who it is. He's been in.
He plays Korg.
Drip, do you know how to spell that?
Taika. Yes, I have it spelled right here. Taika.
Exactly as Wallball said, but like Zelda characters are attractive. Yes,
Taika. Yep, keep going.
they are.
Just put in a W. His name should come up.
It's not.
W-A-T.
We got tail
I'm sorry.
lights.
W-A-I-T-I-T-I.
That's Waititi, but then now I've lost the first one now.
Are you Googling?
Yes.
This
Yeah.
should help you. If you just press the button, it'll probably give you something close. Yes?
I don't know.
Got my guy?
Oh. Oh, as Beetle? Wait.
Yes.
Yeah. You're not going for the looks here. You're going
And plus,
for.
if you heard his voice, dude, I'm telling you, he's got the voice. It's
This is not the voice look. Or the
yeah.
visual,
You got to
the
know
visual
some of his
look,
work. Yeah, you got to
Okay.
you got to know some of his work.
But you
would
don't
be
recognize
perfect.
the guy? He's been in.
No,
Star Wars.
I recognize him. Yeah.
He's Korg. He's
I feel like-
he's Thor's friend in
He could
Ragnarok.
almost do a good Ganon.
Maybe.
What are your
I-
parameters? I'm very curious what your parameters are.
Just the strong
I mean, as far as like
features.
looks wise, he could probably pull it off. I don't know. I don't think his voice would be very menacing as Ganon though.
Yeah, I guess it would be. I would have to hear the voice, but I feel like features-wise, he has like those sharp features that I feel like.
Ganon is a cartoon, yes, but he's also cartoony, big, and exaggerated. That's why I think Jason Momoa is not as bad. Is not a bad visual one, but like people who need to play the Ganon in particular is like cartoony, big, giant, everything, and like he's not it.
Okay.
He's good. He's good. He's a good actor and stuff like that. And
I bet he's
director.
Beetle,
I would,
man.
I would
He's
just have
Beetle.
to
Talented
see
gentleman.
some of his stuff and like hear his voice. So, I plead the fifth right now on him as
Yeah, I mean,
Beetle.
trust me. When you go, just go watch Thor Ragnarok and just watch some of the scenes of them down in the little dungeon before Thor goes to fight.
Okay.
He's the rock guy.
We have a new member, Drip. We don't have we should make a sound for that. Hero of Time, thank you so much, my dude. Welcome to the Drip Geeb Dream Team. We'll see you on the members podcast at the end of the month.
Yeah, awesome.
You're good, Hero. It's not you're all good, man. Welcome
Yeah,
to
dude,
the
it's fine.
welcome to the Dream
Appreciate
Team.
Appreciate it. New member. All right.
Again, it might be CGI. No. I mean,
Dude, I don't want to go too hard in this because I do want to save it for that.
Yeah, the members
for the
podcast.
members podcast. But I just want to bring something up that I was talking at the very end there. I got really excited about Gorons. Like Gorons in live action, dude.
that would be funny.
What are
I
those
want to
gonna
see him.
look like?
I want to see him roll around. Dude.
The Zora? Dude, like they're gonna look fucking crazy.
It's gonna be so cool.
Like I
can't
keep
wait.
forgetting about all like that other part of Zelda that's not just the three main characters. Like there are
Thinking-
completely different made-up races of people that are fish
Thinking
and
about
giant
it,
rocks.
I'm glad that they have waited this long to make a Legend of Zelda movie. Because if we had
I mean, it's-
some of the older technology, I feel like it would be really stupid looking. But I feel like now, in this day and age, it's
Yeah.
gonna look sick.
I think they're absolutely going to incorporate CGI for most of the characters. I mean, like it's going to be
Some
inevitable.
at least, yeah. Some at least.
I think every character at some point is going to experience CGI. That's the way cinema is nowadays. Everything has CGI
Okay,
in
listen,
some aspect.
there's two good ones here.
Okay.
Jeff
Jeff Goldblum
Goldblum
should
as
be in the
Tingle.
movie.
That would be
No, as the Happy
absolutely
Mask
awkwardly
salesman?
perfect.
Can we
And Dave
beat him?
Bautista as a Goron.
Yeah,
Also perfect.
That fits. That's perfect.
where- yes,
not
that's
Ganon,
where he needs to be.
But to be a Goron or something.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Daruk.
I think Jeff Goldblum. I think that would be a good Happy Mask salesman. I think Steve Buscemi. I know you guys were throwing that name around before.
Oh, yeah.
He would be good as a
that's
Happy
good,
Mask
too.
salesman.
Yeah, I mean, if that's a,
Okay,
if
but
that's a thing in the
what
movie,
Brett
yeah.
just said too, the guy who played Scarecrow in the first Christian Bale Batman movie, he would be a good Happy Mask
I don't know who
salesman
that
too.
is.
If you saw his face, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's good. That's very good. Jeff Goldblum is Tingle. That is
Funny.
awkwardly perfect.
Yeah.
That would be good.
That is
Steve
absolutely
Buscemi.
hilarious,
If there's a
actually.
Happy Mask salesman, Steve Buscemi needs to be it. That'd be perfect. I like that. He's got that
I can see it
he's
come
got
up to
that
the-
goofy,
Hi,
creepy factor.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just real creepy.
Oh my God, no. For Tingle, David Spade.
Oh my
Why
God.
David Spade?
No, that's actually really good.
Yeah, David Spade would be really good.
Yeah, hey, I'm a Tingle. Hey, what's up?
Tingle,
I think that would be
hey, how's it going?
genius.
I do stuff over here. Yeah.
That'd be genius.
Go find my balloons, or whatever.
Yeah, I got these balloons out there. You gotta find them for me.
That would be really good.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I think we've reached our limit here on the
It's time.
live stream.
It's almost
Also,
like bedtime,
we also
too.
need to save a bunch of this for the members podcast, which I would imagine you'd be down to come on for, wouldn't you?
Sure, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, there you go. Become a member.
We can argue again. Watch us argue as a couple, and our marriage collapse before it begins in front of your eyes. Why?
Oh, no.
On YouTube.
No, remember, I had said
on YouTube.
you had a good
Become a
one.
member. You gotta pay to watch that shit.
Henry Cavill as Ganon. Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
This is why we're getting married, like you said.
Jason
Yeah,
Momoa
listen.
or Henry Cavill. Yes.
I think my guy's better. I forget his name already.
You'd have to be dragging me out of the freaking theater.
Wallball said, is this different from Patreon? Yes, Wallball. Well, so Patreon is just where you support me. I don't really give you anything. That's just like basically you're buying me a little coffee every month, or like a buck a month. No content associated with that. YouTube memberships is if you want to have extra podcast content. This is not like a thank you. This is like if you want an extra podcast every month, be a part of a
We
special
actually give
live
you
stream.
something for this,
we're actually
yes.
giving you something. Patreon is just like, hey, Geeb, here's a buck a month. This is like we're gonna give
They're
you
your
some
stripper
content.
dollars.
My stripper dollars. That's right. Yeah, so you can become a member if you're an iPhone. You're Android, Wallball, so you should be able to have your Sony. He's got a Sony phone. So you should be able to.
Sony phone.
member. If you so,
Fancy.
do not feel pressure to do it. You don't need to support us extra if you already support somewhere else.
Wallball, feel very pressured. I am totally putting the pressure on you right now. I hope you feel it. Under pressure.
Under pressure. Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Mr. G, for coming on for the after show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Y'all
eyes
trying to
scare-
play some
she
Fortnite?
She scares me. I don't know.
Good.
I don't know if she's angry, happy, sad.
I'm the Happy Mask salesman.
I have no emotion. It's all in my brain.
Fortnite.
Yeah, so I gotta get this podcast edited, uploaded, and then after that we're gonna play some Fortnite. So I guess Drips will be hanging out on Drips server. If you want to play some Fortnite with us, feel free. Wallball. I totally forgot this past weekend we were gonna play Fortnite together. We need to do that next week.
Rude.
But play some Fortnite with us tonight if you have some time. But anyway, we're gonna sign off for now. Make sure to be a member to watch that extra podcast content every month. Make sure to click the links downstairs. I was going to say down below,
Downstairs. All the way downstairs.
down below for Binbok.
Don't trip on your way down there, though. Be careful. That third one's got a little bit of a wiggle.
Thank you, Binbok, for sponsoring today's episode. And you follow us on all the socials and everything like that. So we'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.